Hi friends, let's begin question number 6 of exercise number 8.2. Question number 6 is, show that the line segment joining the midpoint of opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. What is given? A line segment joining the midpoint of opposite sides of a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is given to us. So let's draw the diagram. This is a quadrilateral ABCD, and it is given in the question that the line segment joining the midpoint of opposite side. So P is a midpoint of AB, Q is a midpoint of BC, R is a midpoint of CD, and S is a midpoint of AD. And what is TPT? Prove that the line segment joining the midpoint of opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Bisect each other means what? Bisect each other means this PO is equal to OR and OQ is equal to OS. What is given? Show that the line segment joining the midpoint of opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Bisect means OS is equal to OQ and OP equal to OR. Alright. So according to the question, this is the given. PQRS are midpoint of AB, BC, CD and AD. PR and SQ bisect each other. ये हमें प्रूफ करना है. That is PO equal to OR and OS is equal to OQ. We need a construction. What is a construction? Join AC. This is a construction. Join AC. Okay. Now, can we prove PQRS is a parallelogram by midpoint theorem? Okay, we did last 3 questions. See, in triangle ABC, can we write P is a midpoint of AB and Q is a midpoint of BC. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is 1/2 of AC. This is number 1. Then in triangle ADC, S is a midpoint of AD and R is a midpoint of CD. So, by midpoint theorem, RS is parallel to AC and RS is half of AC. Now, comparing 1 and 2, we will get PQ equal to RS and PQ is parallel to SR. So opposite side is equal as well as parallel, hence PQRS is a parallelogram. But इसे parallelogram proof करके क्या है? TPT proof हो जाएगा, PR bisect SQ हो जाएगा. Yes, because we know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So we can write PO equal to OR and OS is equal to OQ. Isn't it? So let's start the solution. In construction, first of all, write join AC. Now, proof in triangle ABC, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is midpoint of BC. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, we can write PQ parallel to AC and PQ equal to half of AC. Give it number 1. Then consider triangle ADC. In triangle, similarly in triangle ADC, S is the midpoint of AD and R is midpoint of CD. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, what you can write by midpoint theorem? You can write SR is parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. Give it number 2. And from 1 and 2, what you can conclude from 1 and 2? We can write SR parallel to PQ. Also, SR is equal to PQ. Since opposite sides are equal as well as parallel, we can write कि PQRS is a parallelogram. This PQRS is a parallelogram. And since the diagonals of the parallelogram bisect each other, since the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other, we can write that PO equal to OR and OS is equal to OQ. That is PR bisect SQ. Question number 7. ABC is a triangle, right angle at C. Diagram is not given. We have to draw a right angle triangle ABC. Angle C is equal to 90 degree. A line through midpoint M of hypotenuse AB and parallel to BC intersect AC at D. So we will draw a line through a midpoint M. We'll take a midpoint M on hypotenuse AB and through M we'll draw a line parallel to BC which intersect AC at D. Show that we have 3 TPTs. D is a midpoint of AC, number 1. Number 2, MD perpendicular to AC. And number 3, CM equal to MA equal to half of AB. So let's start. Let's draw a diagram first. ABC is a right triangle, right angle at C. See this figure. ABC I have drawn. It is a right angle at C. This C is 90 degree. Alright. Then M is a midpoint of AB. So M is a midpoint of hypotenuse AB. You know that the side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse, and here you have to take M. And through M you have to draw the line parallel to BC. It is given in the question. So here DM is parallel to BC which intersect AC at D. Now we need to prove number 1, D is a midpoint of AC. This is the first TPT. Second, DM perpendicular to AC. And third, CM, we will join it afterwards. CM equal to MA equal to half of AB. Okay. So let's begin one by one. First TPT. See, first हमें ये बताना है कि D is a midpoint of AC, isn't it? So in triangle ABC, consider triangle ABC. What is given in triangle ABC? It's given that M is a midpoint of AB, right? It is also given that DM is parallel to BC. So can we write D is parallel to AC by converse of midpoint theorem? What you learn in converse of midpoint theorem? ये चीज तो आपने पढ़ी है ना कि अगर एक midpoint है और अगर आपको एक side की वो parallel है तो it bisect the third side. Hence it will be proved directly by converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, so let's prove the first part. In triangle ABC, which is very simple, in triangle ABC, M is midpoint of AB and DM parallel to BC. It is given. Therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem, we can write D is midpoint of AC. Hence, prove the first part. Now, let's begin the second part. What is asked in the second? It is asked MD perpendicular to AC. This MD perpendicular to AC. See, it is given that DM is parallel to BC, right? फिर अगर ये DM और BC parallel है तो AC उसका transversal हुआ, right? तो can I write ADM angle is equal to ACB? Can I write these two angles are equal, this ADM and this ACB? Because suppose ये line और ये line parallel है तो हम इसे transversal कहते हैं, right? And you know that the corresponding angles are always equal in measure. So isn't these ADM and ACB are corresponding angles? Yes, they are. So since C is 90 degree, so this ADM will also be 90 degree. Hence it is proved that DM is perpendicular to AC. Let's prove. What you will write? You will write, we are going to prove that it is both the angles are equal because they are corresponding angle. So DM parallel to BC and AC is its transversal. AC is its transversal. Now, therefore we can write angle ADM is equal to angle ACB. Reason, corresponding angles. Now, since angle ADM is equal to 90 degree, since angle ACB, this is ACB, it is given 90 degree, and therefore we can write angle ADM will also be 90 degree because ADM and ACB are equal. And ACB जो है, it is given that it is 90 degree. Angle C is 90 degree. So angle D, I mean ADM, will also be 90 degree. Hence, it is proved that MD is perpendicular to AC. Understood? Now, the third part, which is also very simple. In third part, it is asked that CM, okay, so let's join CM for the third part. CM is equal to AM is equal to half of AB. Forget about half of AB for some times. Okay, सिर्फ आप ये consider करिए कि आपको CM और MA equal करना है. So if you want to prove these two sides are equal, of course you have to prove the triangle. Which two triangle? ADM and triangle CDM congruent. Correct? Can you tell me the three elements? Just now, in first part, we proved that D is a midpoint of AC. What it mean? It mean that AD equals to CD, isn't it? So, in triangle ADM and CDM, this AD equal to CD. Number one. Second element, you can write ADM equal to CDM. ये भी हमने prove किया कि ADM is perpendicular to AC है and DM equal to DM common side. So, triangle ADM and triangle CDM are congruent by side, angle, side. And hence, we can write AM is equal to CM by CPCT. Also, M is a midpoint of AB. ये भी हमें दिया है. So, we can write AM is half of AB. Correct? So, therefore, we can write AM equal to CM equal to half of AB. I hope आपको समझ में आया होगा. Let's prove this. First of all, we are going to prove this two triangle. Right? Number three, construction में करो. Join CM. Now, in triangle ADM and in triangle CDM, AD is equal to CD. Why? Because D is midpoint of AC. Second element we will write ADM is equal to angle CDM, each 90 degree. And third, DM is equal to DM common side. And therefore, triangle ADM is congruent to triangle CDM by side, angle, side. And therefore, we can write AM equal to MA. AM is equal to CM या NC by CPCT. These two are equal. But हमारा जो TP था उसमें half of AB भी बताना है उसे. So for that, here we can write कि जो AM है, it is half of AB. Why? Why this AM is half of AB? Because M is a midpoint of AB. So write in bracket, because M is midpoint of AB, right? Therefore, see this one and look at this two. This AM equal to CM. AM is equal to half of AB. So, can I write from 1 and 2? AM equal to CM equal to half of AB? Exactly. So, from 1 and 2, we can write AM is equal to CM is equal to half of AB. That is, हम पहले CM भी लिख सकते हैं जो उन्होंने हमको पहले CM दिया है, equal to MA equal to half of AB. Hence proved.